Peace, peace, peace. It's your brother Raw. We're gonna do another 52 blocks video. I want to discuss some categories or concepts dealing with the blocks, right? So what I see with a lot of people, and it's very similar to capoeira, a lot of people don't really understand, or they're not familiar with capoeira, so they automatically dismiss what's going on. So it might be a movement that looks totally foreign, like why would you do that? Why would you turn your back to your opponent, you know? And then there's an element of African martial arts that most other martial arts don't have, and that's the art of deception, right? The art of what I call trickology, right? So 52 has a lot of it because it's an African martial art. It comes from, black folk, African folk, same with capoeira. So you might see something like, man, that looks stupid. That looks like you'll get yourself hurt. And yeah, there's high risk to it, but then there's also high reward. Same thing in capoeira, like turning your back, right? In capoeira, you might turn your back, but in turning your back, you're gonna send something. Or turning your back, you sweep or something, any of the likes, right? It's the same thing with 52, right? So in 52, each block might fall into different categories, right? So a block might be a strike, it'll be a block, it'll be a parry, it can be a break, and it can also be, deceptive. So for example, you might see me do this, you'd be like, man, that looks stupid, right? So on one hand, I could be using it to catch you out or deceive you from what I'm about to do, or just to distract you from the next move, or to keep your mind busy, right? But it's also an effective parry block as well, right? Or strike, right? So what it is, right? If my hands are here, all right, or maybe I'm just doing it. So the idea is I'm taking that strike, let's say it's a straight punch, jab, cross, whatever, and I'm parrying it and meeting it with the elbow, right? Same thing on the other side, parrying and meeting with the elbow, parrying meeting with the elbow, right? Or I'm taking whatever, coming behind it, let's say the head, and I'm meeting it with the elbow, right? Meeting it with the elbow, right? So it's a crash, I'm colliding something with the elbow. So one thing you gotta keep in mind with the 52 blocks is that we try to use the elbow, because the elbow is going to trump most parts of the body, right? So elbow versus the fist, elbow is going to win, right? Elbow versus the head, elbow is going to win. The only other part of the body that probably can match the elbow is the knee, right? But that's, them two classes is not real likely, right? But fist, right? If you throw a hand, right? The best thing to meet it with, if you're trying to be malicious, is the elbow, right? It's gonna always win, magic, right? All these delicate bones, that elbow's gonna win every time, right? Right, so just keep that in mind, right? You see somebody doing something in 52, and you're like, man, that has no application. Why would you do that, right? And that's just really just a lack of understanding. You don't know what they're doing. And then maybe the person doing it doesn't necessarily know what they're doing either, but they've learned it. It's like a kata, right? Some things in katas you do, you really don't know the application, but it was taught to you that way, right? And it takes, applying it and, working with it for years and trying to understand it to really know what you're doing or what is the application for it, right? So what I'm saying here basically, or ultimately, is, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? You see stuff in 52 and you be like, oh, that's not effective, You probably just don't understand it. And this goes for any martial art, So back again, right? I'm here, you might see this, right? And what I call an L, right? That could be many things, right? But ideally, usually how it comes out when somebody's doing some 52, right? Just that, right? So that's pretty much it. Let me know if you want to know something else, man. trying to get familiar with making videos on a regular, doing this thing, trying to share this 52 to somebody. You know, brothers out there who really want to learn it, but just, you know, can't find a teacher because of location, logistics, and all that good stuff. So, you know, let me know what's up, man. I appreciate you. If you made it this far, you know, yeah, peace.